The steam which is coming out of the turbine is cooled down and converted back to liquid form. And this is stage 8, last stage, where the deaerator unit is used to collect any air bubbles which are present in the uh, water, and only fresh water goes to the next recirculation. And electricity is generated through the generator, and that is fed to the grid. Now, what are the advantages of the coal-based power plant? Some of the advantages is it is easily available, the coal is easily combustible, and coal-fired boilers are cheaper and simpler, and these power plants are inexpensive, and it is easy to install. So it can be available for much of the world. That is, coal is found in many places, and the coal is simple to mine. Um, you can keep on adding the power plants. The scalability factor is very good. This power plant can be built anywhere. Only thing is you should have sufficient coal and sufficient water, and very large amount of electricity can be generated in one place using coal. Is fairly cheaper. What are the disadvantages? One of the most disadvantages is this is a fossil fuel, that is a depleting fuel. One day it is going to come to an end. So what we are going to do with most of these power plants? So we have to always think for an alternative. Uh, it has got the coal has got the lowest energy generation. That is, when we compare petrol or oil or any other fuel, the energy generated per ton of the fuel, the coal basically produces very less when compared to the other fuels. The transportation cost of the coal is very high when compared to the other fuels because of its energy density, and the coal dust is extremely hazardous. It can catch fire anytime, it can explode. So storing and transportation is very dangerous. It has to be taken care of. And this carbon dioxide is a greater threat to the human society. It is one of the dangerous greenhouse gases. It affects the Earth's atmosphere, and it damages the protective layer of the atmosphere. So, this is one of the gases which is responsible for global warming. So, the carbon dioxide is released because of the combustion. So, this is one of the disadvantages. And mining of coal is also irreversible. It actually damages the environment. So this is one of the greatest power plants which is available, and this is how the power plant works. So we saw about various things. We saw about how the power plant works. We saw what are the various components of the power plant, and what are the advantages and disadvantages, and we also saw a beautiful layout of the power plant. So we will talk about the other power plants, and we will also talk about the various components. We saw something called the Rankine cycle. So the next presentation will focus more on the Rankine cycle. Thank you.